Hashem Yahushai by Shem Hakdash. The one of the apostles and Elsewhere Millstone for teaching us this truth. Peace and blessings. Back here in Altus, Oklahoma, to prophesy and to teach the downfall of this devil's kingdom, to warn our people, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, to repent, to seek Yahweh Shem Yahushai before it's too late. In today's lesson, I'm going to be going into the ultimate great wrath that the devil is about to come down with. Go pursuing with the Revelation 12 and 12, Jeremiah 13 and 7, and gonna build that up to how Lord has bestowed spiritual power upon his men in these last days. So, Lord, you'll be able to hear me clearly. It's kind of a windy day out here, so I'm gonna try to speak clear enough, and Lord, I'll be able to get the point across. So, first scripture to start off with is Jeremiah 13 and 7. And said, "Last for that day is great, so none is like it, and even the times of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." So that scripture goes to how we're in some very scary and terrible times that we've never seen before in history, as you see in the first verse. So the last for that day is great, so that none is like it. Also pursuing at Matthew 24 and the 21st verse, going to how we're headed some times I've never seen before in history, which I can actually over here. So I'm trying to keep it short, just so I can get the lesson across. I don't want it to be windy over the lesson. But I was mentioning Matthew 24 and 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." So once again, going to show we're here in some times that have never been seen before in history. So showing you how terrible and how bad and great this judgment is going to be. But also, the greater the judgment, the greater the miracles that the Lord is about to perform, especially for his people that continue to believe and that continue to endure. So let's get Revelation 12 and 12 to build it up to go into the power the Lord has bestowed upon his men. Let's get Revelation right here. We're just gonna Salachya for kind of windy, so the Revelation is 12 and 12. Down to Jeremiah 3 and 7, and as well as Matthew 24 and 21. And it says, "Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down to you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time." So I'm showing we're in some very terrible times, man. These devils, which are Esau, Edom, so-called white men today, is going to bring that inherit down, is going to come down with that great wrath. As you already know, in building up those restrictions, those mandates, which is the ultimate conditioning preparing for this beast system. By the way, these different apps and many other things. But the main point is this devil coming down with that great wrath, which we're about to get Isaiah 59:19 to go into the other points that I'm trying to push. Here we go, more time before we move on. So therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil is come down to you. So the devil knows he's running out of time, as time is short. So we see him trying to rush and implement his plans as fast as possible. It's like if I had the camera up close, because I don't want to fell over a few times. But let's get Isaiah 59:19 and start moving on to the power the Lord is going to bestow upon his men. Because a few hours ago I recently watched the movie Black Adam, which is a super good movie, man. So we're in the spirit of going to that power, man. Alright, got Isaiah. And then we have 59:19 to add on to Revelation 12 and 12. Oh, there's a wasp. But it's Isaiah 59 and 19. And it says, "So shall they fear the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai shall lift up a stand against him." And going to that point in Black Adam, where he was basically summoned in the movie, you could see all those military troops basically surrounding him. They were trying to capture him, trying to stop him, but they weren't able to. Just to go show an example of that type of power the Lord has bestowed upon his men, which you'll see in the movie, the Netflix movie. It's called Project Power, which is a good example right there. With Jacob Myers. How he was surrounded by military chiefs, which you also see in different animes and cartoons and different movies of people with, basically, superpowers, being surrounded and trying to, in the military trying to capture them. Let's see. Let's go back to Isaiah. Let's get Isaiah 40 and 31 to go into that power. Since we already got those 2 points. So you just saw, as you just read, they're going to come down as a flood, and as we read Revelation 12 and 12, that great wrath that they're finna come down with, But those that continue to believe and wait upon the Lord and endure these things, He's going to bestow power upon us. The Lord will grow up that number. Lord will grow as men. Let's go Isaiah 40 and 31. But it's actually starting the 29th verse. And it says, He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might He increases strength, as well as Scripture mentioned. Those that are feeble among them, that they shall be as eagles. Yeah, this is kind of what he meant. But because David was a mighty man. This counts where he leapt over, high walls, and in front many armies. But it's Isaiah 40. But they that wait upon Yahweh shall Mount Shai, shall renew their strength. They shall mount with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. And they shall walk and not faint. Going to this type of power, the Lord seems to bestow upon His men. Describes it one more time. But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount with wings as eagles. When you see birds preparing to take flight, they mount with their wings. Going to the ability to fly. They should run, not be weary. Also super speed, as mentioned in the Salachya. I believe the 3rd chapter, I think the 7th verse, it mentions it. Sparks amongst the stubble. And it says, let's see, it's like the 41st chapter. I'm trying to wrap it up. Get the lesson across. And it says, let's see. Let's get Isaiah 41 and for the 10th verse. It says, Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, I will help thee. I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. So Yahweh is going to defend His elect in these last days, man. Now let's get to the lower verses. The 41st chapter one more time and the 15th verse. It says, Behold, I'll make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains and make them small, and shall make the hills as chaff. So who are those new sharp threshing instruments? The elect. They're receiving that power, man. I read also Isaiah 40 and 31. To go into this example of those abilities, we've seen these from movies, cartoons, TV shows. For example, Superman. Now let's get select for all the noise right there. Let's get a few more chapters. Alright, let's get Wisdom of Solomon 3, as I mentioned earlier. Books. Alright, let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Kind of a struggle. Doing all that right here. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon. Third chapter. It's not getting super window, my page is being blown away. Let's get let's see. Bear for a minute. 3 and 7. As I mentioned earlier, as we just read in Isaiah 40 and 31. It's Sirach 3 and 7. It says, In the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble. We've seen the movie, not the movie The Flash, but Justice League shows it, as well as the CW show The Flash. With how fast he is running, he's creating sparks amongst the stubble. Once again, just to show the power the Lord has bestowed upon His men. Let's get a few more books. Let's get Psalms 110. going to, thy people shall be willing to do thy power. Excuse me. But it's Psalms 110 and 3. It says, thy people shall be willing today thy power, and the beauty of holiness from the womb of the morning thou hast to do of thy youth. So that power is coming, man. We also see many brothers going into it, making little edits of it. This type of power the Lord has bestowed upon his men. One more time. Thy people shall be willing today thy power, and the beauty of holiness from the womb of the morning thou hast to do of thy youth. Let's jump to a few others. I could also get Genesis 27 as well as Psalm 17:13. So you get that. Let's get Psalm 17:13 to go into that sword. It's super windy once again, so slow. Isaac his father answered and said to him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and with the dew of heaven from above. As I was mentioning Job 9:24, the world is given to the hand of the wicked. And who is the wicked? Esau, Edom. Now let's get the 40th verse, which is the main point. And by thy sword shalt thou live, thou shalt serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So going to show his blessing, which is the sword. Now let's go back to Psalm 17 and 13. So, arise, O Yahweh Bashem Shai, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So Yahweh Bashem Shai can be swinging Esau, especially a lot of our people going to 1 Peter. They're going to judgment must start at the house of the Most High. So those can tear up a lot of our people, man. But also, just kind of connecting that with Revelation 12 and Isaiah 19, as well as Jeremiah 37, going to that great wrath he's going to come down with. Now let's jump to a few other scripts going to that power that is coming. I'm trying to knock my phone over. So we got Isaiah 54 and 17, because once again, these devils will come for us, man. Isaiah 59 and 19. So they come down Isaiah 54. Over here, Isaiah 54 and 17, Yahweh shall defend his elect. This is verse 17, said, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of Yahweh Bashem Shai, and the righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. So read one more time, it says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper. You also see these devils creating all sorts of robots and all these different type of technology, weapons in order to ultimately go against Yahweh Bashem Shai. I see them creating a space force in order to go against chariots, But going to that point, them creating robots, and you also see them filling those roles. Because you have tons of military quitting their job, departing, for like a better word, and especially a ton of police officers, man. So who do you think are going to fill in those spots? Have you seen the movie Code 8 on Netflix? Basically, another movie going to spiritual power, but they had these certain robots in order to, they create these robots in order to go against the people that had, supernatural abilities. So what makes you think these devils are not doing that now? They show you many examples in these movies, TV shows, and cartoons, throwing their future plans and things that they want to do and things that they have. Like Luke 10 and 19 to push that point further. Let's get Luke right here. There's Luke 10, which that passes. Luke 10 and 19. It says, behold, I give you unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So I'm going to show the type of power that once again the Lord's going to bestow upon his men. They're constantly pushing that point. We'll read it one more time. come to pass. It says, "Behold, I give to you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you." We see, a few examples in these movies and TV shows. For example, Superman, him being shot at with an array of bullets, and they're all bouncing off of him, man. Nothing hurt him. And they also read Isaiah 54:17, how nothing shall by enemies hurt you. Let's get a few other books. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 left. Let's get Jeremiah 16 and 16. Just check out that earlier. Jeremiah 16 and 16 says, "Behold, I send for many fishers, saith Yahweh Shemel Shai. And they shall fish them, and after all I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, over every hill, and up the holes, up the rocks." And you have these devils trying to flee and try to escape their judgment. As I mentioned in my last one, you have these devils spending billions of dollars training military troops deep underground. What do you think they're doing that for, man? But read that one more time just to break it down. "Behold, I send for many fishers," and who are those fishers? The prophets, the men of the Lord that are teaching this word. And the bait is the Bible, is truth. "Say to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and thou shalt fish them, and after all I send for many hunters," and the hunters are going to be the elect, receiving that power. "And after all I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, and from every hill, and of the holes of the rocks." Verse 17, "For mine eyes are upon all their ways, they are not hid from my face, neither is there hid from mine eyes." So showing they're not going to be able to escape nor hide. We also have these devils trying to flee into the sea. The Lord's going to send this serpent after them, which is going to be Leviathan. So the Lord has his ground force, which is going to be his space force, which is going to be these chariots, and also the Marine Corps is going to be Leviathan, man. So the Lord has cut all his ways, and you're not going to escape. Now let's get let's see. We have a few more. This is Zechariah 12. Let's get Zechariah 12. Zechariah 12, and I also mentioned earlier how they should be as David. Let's see right here. This is Zechariah 12 and 8. But it says, "In that day shall Yahweh Shemel Shai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angel of Yahweh Shemel Shai before them." Read one more time. Bees right there. You can see that. "Shall Yahweh Shemel Shai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem?" So the Lord's going to defend his elect, his people, man, that continue to believe and that continue to endure. As it was written in Jeremiah 37, that we're in times of Jacob's trouble. But the last verse, and it says, "He shall be saved out of it. And that day shall Yahweh Shemel Shai defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them in that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as the Most High, as the angel of the Lord before them." So I have a few more scripts, and then looks like I can cut it off and continue with the house. Do like actual live stream since I'm only able to record right here. Let's go to Daniel 7 and 15. Alright, so Daniel chapter 7. And let's see. So actually I could add on to this. Try to go to the most. Let's see. John 14:12. It says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do. And you can see many accounts, how shine, able to manipulate, the elements, where he's able to, basically stop a storm, and turn, water into wine. But it says, Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. That's right, power is coming to the Lord's elect, and we hope pray that, we're of that number, for our those men, fighting men, and we're going to continue to fight this good fight of faith, as we're nearing the end of the devil's kingdom, as we're going back to Matthew 24, and 3 through 8, Luke 25, 21, 25 through 28, we're going to see these, end time signs. So we're nearing the end of this place, and as more and more things begin to happen, a power is coming very, very soon. So Lord, you're edifying, it's like kind of it's super windy, but Lord, I got the point across here. I do need all praises on glory. Yahweh by Shem, Yahushai by Shem, Dash.